Welcome everyone to V8's Online's live coverage of the first ever Iracing State of Origin series, proudly presented by Demidov Innovations and V8's Online. Jay Kennedy and Daniel Bryant bring you all the action of this New South Wales versus Queensland rivalry. G'day, Daniel.
G'day, Jay. Good to be here. Haven't been in one of these boxes for a while, so it's a lot of fun. And this event's going to be absolutely awesome. Some absolute characters out there on the field. So I'm looking forward to this. But yeah, probably it's a good time to give everyone a rundown on how this series is actually going to work. Yeah,
so it's 3 weeks, so we'll be live Tuesday nights, the 3 weeks, the Tuesdays before the Rugby League State of Origin. So I think 2 weeks' time will be our next one. 2 races back-to-back, so the racing will be split into 2 halves, a road race to start us off and an oval race to finish at the same car and track combination. So tonight we're off to Pocono. We'll start on the International Road Course in the Chevy Corvette, and the late race straight after will be an oval race around, obviously, Pocono Oval. The results from the first race will take the starting position for the second race. Definitely. Sorry, go Daniel.
No, I was going to say, it's a fantastic idea. It's good to put that kind of team emphasis and spin on it to really give it something different. So it doesn't matter whether you're a New South Wales or Queensland boy that gets across the line first. It's a combined total of points that's going to get your team across.
Yep, so we'll have the same number of drivers scoring points for both teams. They'll tally up the points after the road and oval races, and we'll decide a winner. Obviously it'll be 1-0 to one way or the other, so me being a Victorian, I'll be going for Queensland, and you being a New South Welshman, I guess you're going for New South Wales, Daniel.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, there's no Mexico to support here today, so you're out. No bean eaters. So we'll keep going with that.
Hey, remember, I'm Queensland tonight. I'm not Victoria. So also yeah, we will have. Sorry, I was just going to say we'll also have. There is an in-race official. So Desmond Bill Harrigan Hallam. He'll be out giving the guys all the black flags and actually giving penalties. So we will have penalties, and we'll be able to hear race control over the audio through the race, which should be good fun. Something a little bit different.
It is something a little bit different. Now, being a hosting series, we have the power to do this, even throw yellow flags if need be. Something we don't get to do in our official series. At the moment, there's no control over those kind of things. So that's probably one of the good things about being hosted. The other good thing about being hosted is that iRating doesn't come into play here. So we've got some a good mix of very highly skilled drivers and some of the guys that are in the lower splits that we don't get to see every week. So there's some really interesting drivers out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good mix of guys out the track, and of course they're all supporting either blue cars or maroon cars, depending on which side they're going for. You'll see on screen as well what team they're obviously supporting, but pretty obvious with the colour of their car.
Yeah, definitely. Easy to pick out whose side who in this one with the blue and maroon going around.
No navy blue, so my team's not out there. So obviously, being a Victorian, we don't like New South Wales. We love to watch New South Wales lose at everything. So go Queensland.
Yeah, well, you're too lazy to win at anything. So you got to get someone to do your dirty work for you.
Hey, just because Victoria come up with the concept of State of Origin doesn't mean that New South Wales should claim credit for it.
Hey, we're just better at doing it, that's why.
Alright, there you go.
It doesn't matter who comes up with the idea, it's just who's best at pulling it off.
It doesn't matter who comes up with the idea, it's who steals it.
That's right, who can steal it and manipulate it the best way that they can.
Yeah, also in regards to this race, there are some drivers out there who are representing other states racing for alternate teams. So I know Marlon McMullen's out there on track. He's representing Queensland as a Victorian. There's a few other guys out there representing Queensland as Victorians, and I think there's actually a couple of New South Welshmen representing Queensland.
Oh, we've got those kind of traders out there, do we? Right. I'm going to have to go through this list thoroughly and find out who's the trader amongst them. Maybe the next one should be called the Mole. So. But yeah, no, there are a few kind of switches because of the guys that don't actually fit into a state. Just like the real State of Origin, apparently getting people from New Zealand and whatnot, classed as New South Wales and Queensland these days. But we won't go into that. But I saw he's not in for this race, but tomorrow night, Reece Gardner, one of our teammates, was racing for Queensland, and he's from Western Australia. Now, I think because Dynamic Sim Sports is a New South Wales team, that he should be actually racing for New South Wales.
Look, New South Welshmen's always complaining that the other states got your players, so just should get over it and move on. And just explain what this session on screen at the moment. This is a 10-minute practice session just to get used to the track. We'll be straight into a 20-minute qualifying session, then a 30-minute race.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Not much happening yet.
No, I think a lot of these guys are going to
surrounded by Queenslanders.
This is a completely fixed setup. They'll be getting how it feels. I think this is the first time we've ever broadcasted a race at Pocono Raceway. Would that be right?
Yes, I think this is the first. Yeah, definitely our first broadcast here anyway.
Yeah,
yep.
Definitely. And I mean, these guys are probably getting used to it, used to the car. A lot of these guys are obviously normally V8 drivers, or they're in the Grand Am series, but you don't get to use the Corvette. Corvette's an awesome car. Absolutely love this car.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more switchier than what the McLaren is, from what I remember, and so they might just be getting their heads around it.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of guys have done a bit of practice now. The other combinations that we'll have for the next two races, the loser of the toss which we had during our broadcast last night, which Queensland won, so New South Wales team captain will get to pick the next car track combo, which could be the Monte Carlo SS at Las Vegas or the Kia at Phoenix. Now,
oh my God,
we've both done a couple of laps at the Phoenix track, and in the Kia, the road course, should be a fantastic little combo. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, the Kia is, I gave it a bit of a crack not that long ago, and it's quite a fun little car to drive. I'll be real about this, I was dead against it. It was a Kia. I was like, this is like putting a Hyundai in iRacing. I'm not down with this at all. This is not cool, guys. This is not cool. And then I tried it, I'm like, actually, this is a bit of fun. So, good job on the Kia.
Yeah, I agree. It's been a pretty cool little car. Definitely will offer some good racing. That may be the next one we do, or it could be the other combination we said, which was the late model.
Oh, it's begun already.
At Las Vegas.
I don't think there's anything bad you can do with.
What numbers were they, mate? What numbers were they?
The late model. It's absolutely brilliant.
If I can catch them, I'll let you know.
So we're not far away at all now, just looking at the time. We've talked for 10 minutes, Daniel. That's a pretty good effort. Good job, even for us.
I know, it's very hard to talk to you for a long period of time, and I think I've done fairly well. So, yeah, I think I can go now. So.
And you can't leave yet. You cannot leave yet, but it should be a good little bit of a session that we have coming up now.
Having a bit of an issue with the overlays at the moment, guys, so if you're watching the stream and you're wondering what's going on, our director's onto it now, getting it all sorted.
So we should have those back in just a second. One also crashed on my screen as well, so sorry about that, but we are now all systems go. Now we're straight into this 20-minute session. Barry, the first driver out on track, so we might have a little bit of a look at him go around this track. We're looking pole times around the 123, 122 second times.
Comedian old Dono Barry, that loves to have a bit of fun, and he's actually a really clean racer when he's not with the rest of the guys. When he's actually racing in head down, getting the job done. So
I think that's to do with the bourbon content usually. It's how clean his driving is. Yeah. We're allowed to say this stuff tonight, aren't we? Tonight's a bit of fun.
Yeah, we can do whatever we want. Yeah, Jono, that guy's a bloody idiot. Running around with the VB logo in his car. I have a lot more respect for him than that. I see pictures of like good craft beer. Now I see VB on his bonnet. Bloody Mexican beer. New South Wales car.
I'm actually surprised about that. What years ago is that? You can't have your own state beer sponsoring your rugby team. You have to come to Victoria and try and get it that way. What's the go there? Anyway.
I'm not going to get involved in that conversation.
Let's ride on board with John O'Barry for a lap of Pocono. Notice how wide this track is.
How good this car sounds.
Oh, Barry's around. That's the end of that lap.
Yeah, let's have a look at John O'Barry again.
Yep, he's gone. Okay, go to Rob Hartley. So we've just gone from the captain of the Queensland team to the captain of the... the New South Wales team to the captain of the Queensland team, Rob Hartley, who won the coin toss last night to pick this car track combination.
Now I've got to say, their cars almost look pink. Not saying anything about what, the way that they, whatever they do in their private time, that's their own choice.
It's definitely maroon. That's all I'll say, that's definitely maroon. That's the pinkest looking maroon I've ever seen in my time, but it's definitely maroon.
Borderline.
Of course, after this race, this will be, as you can see, the road course. Straight after that, we'll take a couple of minute break. We'll be back on with the oval segment, so there'll be another 10-minute warm-up. Same car, and this oval track is one of the weirdest ovals you've ever seen. It's only 3 corners, and talking about ovals, it's always 2, which is 4. We won't talk about that either, but Hartley with a really good time, 1:21.9. That's a really good lap.
Yeah, it is a really good lap, and he's definitely set the pace for the guys over. It's getting faster than Lewis got a meet at the moment.
Yep.
Go, Ryan Day, bit of a spin around there, not a bit too hard in the Corvette.
Go to Jason Spriggs, starting a lap.
Lindsay Barry, 1:22.962 there.
Lap time's starting to come in this session.
Yep.
Briggs has ended his lap. Andrew Wallace. So, notice a lot of guys tonight that we don't normally see in our broadcast series, being the Grand Am or the excuse me, or the V8 Supercar series. You will see a lot of new faces. A little bit of a touch there between Wallace and I'm not sure who that was. It might have been Hartley, was it?
Yeah,
Rob Hartley.
I think it's the bad blood's already starting to come out now. This is what I like to see. Get into it, boys. That's right. I think at the end of this, we're probably going to see all the cars just going into a big pit, just full on, mate.
Richard Hampstead about to come around and start a flying lap. I don't like he's technically New South Wales, but he's from Canberra, so shouldn't he be representing ACT or something, not New South Wales? Or are you trying to claim him?
Well, yeah.
I know how you guys work.
No, not to go like history lesson and stuff. The only reason ACT is here is because you Mexicans were like, no, we deserve a capital even though we've got less people. So they're like, alright, we'll put it somewhere halfway. We still lands within New South Wales, so we win. So
if you want a history lesson, Melbourne was the first capital of Australia, so there you go. When Australia became a Commonwealth, they were federated in Victoria, so there you go.
It's like, without going into politics and stuff, it's like, say, Julia Gillard's the first woman Prime Minister. No one's actually going to care or probably remember her, except that a few cursive words that will go around.
I love when Daniel comes in the commentary box. I remember last time we didn't invite him back.
Yeah.
Just looking at the timesheets, top 5 are all from Queensland. So New South Wales driver really needs to start putting out a time. It's only 13 minutes to go in the session.
Yeah, well, whatever. Thank you.
Hampstead's had a pretty clean lap. He had to avoid a car spinning ahead of him through the chicane. First line of 1:23.
So I'm looking at Chris Tarrant's livery, right? Is he lit? Like, how's his point system going to work?
Well, he's actually representing Queensland, but he doesn't like it and he's not happy about it.
Oh,
lives in Queensland, but
in towards
He's
30%.
a former Sydney boy living on the border,
Well, it
so
should be about where you're born, not about where you
Well,
currently reside.
it's technically state of origin, so maybe he
Yeah.
has got a point, but
He's got a point. So any points that he scores, unless he goes right to the back, we're going to take the point. If it's the other way around, then you can have him.
the top 6 now for Queensland with Dale Nish moving into the top 5.
Robert Hartley still a second faster than anyone else. Look how quick these times are. We're looking at a 1:21.951 as our fastest lap, and a 1:35.16. So a lot of guys obviously still struggling to get their head around this car.
Hartley was very, very good on his main qualifying time. He got a bit of draft through what is turn 1 on the oval, so the final corner on the road course, and that probably gained him that second that he got.
Definitely. I think I'm going to have to go jump in some people's team speaks and start yelling at these New South Wales guys. It makes me look bad. Finally! Come on! Come on, Troy! Keep going! Go faster! Get it into third at least!
Troy Cox, the first mover.
It already.
Hempstead moves to second. Troy Cox in the 4th. Oh, this is going to be a good fun night, guys. So the man that we have heard about this track for, how long have we heard about Pocono Road for from this man, Daniel?
Too long. It's like that constant nibbling ear. Even when you go to sleep, you just hear it sitting there just in your
Pocono
ear.
Road. Yeah. What we're talking about, Lewis Donovan has been trying to get this road course, Pocono Road, into every single racing schedule he could possibly get it into, and he's finally actually wasn't able to race earlier in the day and finally got talked into racing purely because it's this track. So Lewis out there representing Queensland, another Victorian as well.
Definitely. And he's about
Representing Queensland.
he's about to get dropped out of the 10. So yeah, you really like this track, but you're not doing that good, are you? So.
You're loving this, are you?
I mean, it's not state of origin if you don't bring out hate. So there's no.
Believe 26-1 for Emerton. Luke, a big supporter of Outs Online, is always watching in the chat.
No, I definitely. Luke Emerson's been a very big supporter, and he's always done the stuff on our wall and stuff, which is really cool to see. But Luke Emerson, put your foot on the goddamn accelerator. We need you in the top 10, mate. Put it down. Get it done.
Doing fine, mate. You're doing fine. Oh, this is going to be a good night. Actually, not too bad to the first sector with the 26.3. Fast guys doing
Richard
24s.
Hansted, second. I've got to say, I'm happy about that. Look at that.
Obviously some New South Wales supporter you are. He's been second for a little while. Daniel, I did mention it before.
I've been too busy. Look, I've been
too busy
like the swimming coach here.
Bagging out
like,
your own teammates.
No, I'm not. Look, I'm yelling. I'm like getting in the water and pushing them along. I'm like, come on guys. And when you do this, you forget about the guys that are at the top. And so, Richard, you already dropped back to third, mate. Put your foot on the accelerator. Get it done.
Blake Coppo, man, that probably, likely, very good chance of winning this overall. And Everton and Donovan come together. Donovan gets his personal best lap, but under breaks into one.
Who picked our captains? I need to have words to whoever's picked our captains. John O'Barry, do a better job, mate. You're meant to be setting an example for New South Wales, mate. Get it in the top 5. Come on, get going.
Please send all complaint emails to Daniel at Outs Online. I've missed you, Daniel.
I'm glad my throat's feeling better, so I've got enough energy to actually yell at these guys.
It's Marlon McMullen. Currently 7th, representing the Queensland side. The current top 10 is Blake Coppo for Queensland, Hartley for Queensland, Hampstead for New South Wales, Lindsay Barry for Queensland, Tarrant for Queensland, Donovan for Queensland, McMullen for Queensland, Black for New South Wales, Cox for New South Wales, and Niche for Queensland.
I'm sick of looking at the back of this field. It's all blue. Disappointed, guys. I'm disappointed. I'm gonna have to take over New South Wales coaching, I think, because this is a bloody outrage. Come on.
Start calling you Laurie.
No, this is a joke.
Way it's going, you might be Laurie Oakes and not Laurie Daly.
Now I'm watching the Queenslanders. I'm seeing what they're doing, and it looks like they're doing this in pairs, which is a smart thing to do considering it's like a partly oval, so you can use the slip. And all the New South Wales boys are kind of just floating around everywhere. Come on, guys, work together. You're a team. This is a team exercise. Get results.
Actually, the driver I've been watching is Blake Coppo. He's very, very smooth in this car, doing a great job.
Doing a really nice job there.
Is that you trying to deny and not admit that he's doing a good job?
It's hard, alright? This is about passion. This isn't about actual reality here, mate. This is passion. Damn it.
Amazing how slow they have to go through that chicane there. That pull it up so much.
Quick look at Nathan Bruton here. Still hasn't put a lap time down yet, I don't think. But showing some good signs of speed, so come on, you might be our only hope out there tonight, Brito. That's a sad thing to say, isn't it?
Well, Brito is a pretty good oval driver, so look for him
to
come through in the second part of this race.
He's always done awesome on the ovals. The oval is where it's probably going to mix up a bit, because I know a lot of these New South Wales boys really, really love doing their ovals. So where it could be interesting. And then when we move to the late model, I've got good faith. Don't name it anymore. I've got good faith that we'll do better than here. This is obviously because Queensland has got to pick this event. They won the toss. Then it's going to fall more to their favour.
So New South Wales will get the pick of the next one. So you're going to try and have a bit of input on that, Daniel.
I'm going to go have words to their captain, and I'm going to set him straight.
I know what Jono will say to you, so
I could imagine. Yeah, I could imagine.
Definitely can't broadcast that conversation.
No, it's going to be heated. Although, if it happens after 10 o'clock, I'm sure we'll get away with it.
Craig Dorr on screen. Currently P17 in car 17. Like he's on an out lap. Current best lap 1:24.4. There's a good mix of drivers we've got in this field. So we've got 28 drivers now who have joined this race. I believe we've got fairly even split between the two teams.
Yeah, it's a good field out there, 24 cars.
Not too bad to the first sector for Dorr. A little bit sideways, and that will end his lap. Around he goes. What you need to do when the opposition's coming up behind you, not when your teammates are coming up behind.
Yeah, that's never going to end well.
No.
You don't want to be that guy on the team. You never want to be the guy that's cots the state of origin, right?
Mark Noble, Nobby, yet to post a registered lap time at the moment.
It's like Ryan Day and John O'Barry working together for New South Wales. But Ryan Day has gone completely off the track. Ryan! Get your head in the game.
I don't think yelling things out the window's going to work, mate. Just saying. We've got 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session.
Yeah, definitely.
Not a lot's moved at the front. Blake Coppo's still the fastest driver on track from Rob Hartley. Richard Hampstead in 3rd, Lindsay Barry in 4th, Matt Nethercote 5th, Chris Tarrant 6th, Lewis Donomead 7th, Marlon McMullen in 8th, Simon Black in 9th, and Troy Cox in 10th.
Yeah, there's not too. I think we've got 4 cars in the top 10 at the moment in New South Wales. I think someone must be out of the top 10. No, still have 4 there.
4 in the top 10, I think, is only.
Yeah,
Oh,
4.
Oh, yeah.
So looking at
4, I
that,
think,
it's
yeah.
almost 50-50.
Nearly.
I've got to
Lindsay
say,
Barry.
I'm watching some of these Queenslanders, and all I'm seeing is doing Michael Schumacher moves, stopping the car on the racing line. Get off the line, let us through.
Shannon Wright, good job of holding his line and not letting the New South Wales cars through. That's a good bit of teamwork, bit of tactics.
Not tactics, it's graceful.
This race does have a live steward, so I believe the steward said earlier that he'll let a little bit of pushing and shoving go, but if the same driver keeps wrecking the other team, there might be a black flag, but he might let 1 or 2 go. The race control is the official title, and we will have black flags given out if they're needed. And so I just noticed the times Richard Hampstead's moved to pole.
Yeah, there we go. South Wales. I'm more interested in seeing what their captain's doing. John O'Barry's back out on a lap now.
He
He
won't
has
be very
moved
quick.
up to 14. So, you know, come on, Jono, bring it, put it together for us, mate. You're the captain. High hopes on you, mate.
You got your money on the wrong bloke if you got high hopes on Barry.
I need to talk to the person who picked him as a captain.
I think he picked himself, that's the problem.
This is the problem, self-appointed captain. I think I'm going to have words to him, see what he's doing, keep team morale up, because it's not a John O'Barry's team, it's a state thing.
No, this is John O'Barry's team, don't worry about that. Got Matthew Nethercote, currently P5.
It's been dropped by Marlon.
McMullen's now moved up from 9th to 5th. There's now only 30 seconds left in the session, and is that 1 South Wales driver in the top 5?
1 in the top 5, 4 in the top 10.
Because this is all about points for the team, so you don't have to be first to accumulate points for the team. So good competitive results will bring in a good result for your team.
That's what it's all about. It's about getting those points, making sure that your teammates are around you. So try not to take your teammates out there, otherwise it could end badly.
Take your teammates out, and you've got to hear from Daniel if you're from New South Wales anyway.
Oh, if I see these New South Wales boys getting it's going to be on. It's going to be on. There's going to be some very abusive hands floating around Iracing, I'll tell you what.
Oh, Blake Coppo's just had a bit of a spin now. One thing you'll notice, the side of his car, he's got 2 green fluoro lights on the side of his car. That donates him in 2nd position overall, so you can look at the side of the car quickly. You can see the leader and 2nd and 3rd. Makes it a little bit easier for us. Got a Dale Niche. Not bad times for 1st and 2nd sector. Currently P12. 23.0 is his best lap. Only just pulled that up in the chicane. Managed to get some good drive and power down around the oval. Across the start finish line about 260, 270, 280. Depending on how well you get out of the chicane. The PB lap for Niche. Doesn't improve his position though. And that'll be it. Shannon Wright, the last driver on track, but I don't believe he's doing a competitive lap time. He's too far back, so that's the end of qualifying. So we'll quickly run through qualifying New South Wales will have the first pole position. Richard Hampstead with pole from Blake Coppo, Rob Hartley, Lindsay Barry, Marlon McMullen, Matt Nethercote, Lewis Dottermead, Wayne Hewitt, Chris Tarrant, Simon Black, Roy Cox, Dale Niche, Rob Leet, John O'Barry, Matthew Wallace, Marty Atkins, Jason Spriggs, Michael Gray, Craig Dorr, Nathan Britton, Luke Emmerton, Ryan Day, Ben Rigby, Mark Noble, Gary Atkins, Shannon Wright, and somehow Daniel, you're in the field. I don't know how that happened. And Des is our race official. You'll need all the points you can get, that's all I'll say. Just gridding up now. Will be a standing start.
Alright gentlemen, have a fun race.
Point score. That doesn't happen very often.
Point score for the first 11 drivers of each team to make it fair. So first will score 22 points and 22nd will score 1 point. You have to be running still to score the points. Keep it clean.
For the guys to grid up.
Black flags can be handed out. Remember, there's a man of the match here for the best driver of the field. That doesn't mean the winner. Enjoy your race, gentlemen. Good luck.
There's our Bill Harrigan from Race Control laying down the law. He will throw out black flags, he said, so let's see some of those. I can't wait.
Make sure they go in the right direction, mate. Otherwise you'll get in a disappear.
Well, here we go. It's already started. They're already blaming the official for losing the match. So this is a half-an-hour race. And away we go. We'll stop it.
They can't even keep it on the bloody track. Let's go. Oh, half of Queensland's gone already.
Oh, wow. Is that McMullen, I think, a bit sideways at the start? Is it another... Oh, this is... Alright.
They're doing a fantastic job there. But yeah, this is all going to be some nice long straights, some oval sections, so it doesn't matter how much time you really make up, the slip's going to pull them straight back in again. It is racing nice and close. But there's a lot of blue out there at the moment today.
Just hearing from Peyton Brooks, $5 to the first New South Wales driver that takes a Queensland driver out, so I'm going to hold you to that, Brooksy. Up the front, Hampstead and Coppo. Look how quick Coppo was on the brakes there.
Yeah,
definitely. Rob Hartley's just hit the fence, I believe.
Oh!
Managed to just hold it. No, he didn't clip the wall. Yeah.
He's clipped it, he's just tapped it coming out of the chicane there. Easy enough to do. Richard and Coppo are really going for it. But Coppo's got a good run down this oval section of the track. Richard's gone in there to defend.
Oh, Coppo off on the grass trying to get the move done.
Oh, we've got a Welshman off up the back there.
Maybe John O'Barry. John O'Barry making a trip down the lane.
Already, Jono, what are you doing, mate? Come on, get it back out there.
The guys, they have got what is called a fast tow or a quick repair, so they can go into the pits. They've got 5 of those in the race, so they can jump in the pits, get their damage repaired straight away and get back out on track. As you may have heard from our race director at the start, top 11 drivers from each team will score points towards their team for both this and the next race. This is...
Oh! What? Oh, no!
Probably Andrew Wallace. That's 2 New South Wales drivers taking each other out.
Boys? What are you doing?
That That's not what they were wanting. That's definitely
comes from
not
the
good
captain
for
not
New
leading
South
by
Wales. I'm
example.
not surprised. That's all I'm going to say. Not surprised that they've taken each other out. I knew it wouldn't take too long. Unlucky though, Rob Leet trying to get out of the way and run around. Now, Marty Atkins has also had a bit of a spin.
Oh, just looking at Blake Coppo and Richard there. Coppo really close to the back end coming into those corners. Looks like Coppo's really strong on the brake.
Yeah, this oval section's where he's really strong. He's definitely one to watch in this race. Probably a really good chance for overall. Troy Cox and Simon Black nice and close together, but teammates, be interested to see if they fight for this position or try and work together.
Well, if you're doing the team
Both-
thing here, you're going to let the fastest guy through. It's going to be a natural thing to do because you're going to want to score more points. If that person's going to test against the next Queenslander in front, then you're going to want to get that person in front. And if it doesn't happen like that, it's going to be very, very abusive messages. I'm going to get onto the captain.
Ben Rigby.
Something's going to happen.
Ben Rigby, something's happened to him. So New South Wales driver had a bit of a spin on the exit of the chicane. Tough chicane, that one changes angle very, very sharply coming back onto the oval section.
Definitely. Corvette's got a little bit of snap overs here as well, which probably isn't helping on that really slow corner.
Now here comes Coppo looking to make a move on Hampstead. Oh, Hammer's run wide.
Coppo didn't get much grip getting out of that corner.
Oh, New South Wales car almost looking to get involved. Would have been interesting. Wonder what the race director would have done if he had have got involved there.
Yeah, I keep thinking about that. I'm like, why didn't he take
Oh,
him out?
Hampstead's run wide.
Whoa!
Oh, Coppo's
wide. Managed to hold his position. Coming onto the straight.
Coppo will
Very
try and
trying
run
to get
really
interesting.
wide and slingshot around the outside and then come back on the inside into one.
He can get next to, he's going to get a bit of side draft. Whoa.
Here he goes.
Going
Look
for a
at
bit
the
of a
slingshot.
switch. Richard's not going to be able to get down into that defensive position now.
Oh, Coppo might not be close enough though. He's really
he's
strong
got
on
it,
the
he got it
brakes.
very
Look at
well.
how late he is on the brakes in comparison to
I think
Hampstead.
he's got this.
Got the move done. Great move by Black Coppo.
Mate, I've seen you put up a better defence on the V8 supercar, mate. What's going on?
He's got a normal defence like a New South Wales player, so...
What, none at all? Jeez, mate!
Lindsay Barry doing a pretty good job as well. He's currently P3, Rob Hartley in 4th, Troy Cox in 5th position. Then before Black in 6th, Nethercote in 7th, Lewis Dottermead in 8th, Balnish in 9th, and Wayne Hewitt in 10th position.
For a replay now for the guy who can't decide what side of the fence he's sitting on, Chris Tarrant. Bit of an accident.
Yeah, hearing reports that a lot of the drivers are complaining about the brake bias. They're not liking the setting. But Fix set up this race so they can't change it. They've got no choice. They have to run with what it is. And it is what it is. This is teammate battle. Atkins getting out of the way, but
Keep clean. Come on, come on. That's it. That's the way.
Chris
Oh,
Tarrant
Chris
spun right
Tarrant.
ahead of them, coming out of the
Gotta
pits.
take out all the blues. Come on.
He didn't do a good enough job.
Let the Queenslander go straight through all that. Oh, boys, what are you doing?
I'll go back to the front. Blake Coppo, that was Chris Tarrant, definitely coming out of the pits, had that spin. Got massive damage to his car, so I don't know what's happened there. He's really struggling to keep it on track.
Look at that gap that Blake Coppo's opened on Richard.
Yeah, this is a massive gap. Very, very quickly he's got this gap out too.
Completely opened this up.
Of course, where they finish this race, this is where they will start the oval race straight after. 20 minutes to go.
Lewis
And this is
Donomede's
for-
on the run now.
Yep.
Really
The position.
Yeah, this is all
Gone the wrong way though.
Definitely has. You need to have that
Oh.
inside line up there. Got a bit of a battle with Wayne Jewett and Dale Niche as well.
Oh, Donomede late on the brakes. Is he going to pull it up? Oh,
Oh, he's on the cross.
Oh,
That's
no.
where you belong.
and there's
Stay
the
out
fence.
there.
Oh,
In
and
the
he's in
fence. That's the way it should be done.
it. That was way too late on the brakes.
Now there's another one that's
That
gone
Dale
off
Niche
behind.
gone off just behind.
That's right. Yeah!
two Queenslanders off at the same spot. Hasn't changed any position. They're the movers and shakers in this race. Roy Cox's biggest mover. The top few positions gone from 11th to 5th. Luke Emmerton gained 10 positions from 21st up to 11th. Shannon Wright as well from 26th up to 16th. Biggest losers Chris Tarrant and Marlon McMullen. Marlon's actually left the race. Pretty sure he'll be back for the oval race in a little bit. Just watching Lindsay Barry and Rob Hartley, they've closed up 3rd and 4th, but teammates, I don't think too much will happen, but Troy Cox right
Troy
behind.
Come on.
Oh, he's
what
off
are
the
you
track.
doing, buddy? Get it back on the road.
They've got a bit of a
Sebastian,
gap over
stop
Nethercote
pointing the cameras.
behind.
Point them at Queenslanders. We don't want to see this anymore. Oh, careful, mate. Getting back on there.
Oh, who's that Anthony?
Oh.
Oh, Simon Black almost to the fence. And Cox almost around again. Watch the replay, that was very close to being two-car contact at the first corner there.
Troy Cox again. He must be struggling with his car.
As we were saying, the brake bias isn't to a lot of guys' liking, so they're on the power at unusual times to what they're used to, almost into the
Whoa,
fence again.
Chris
Chris Tarrant right behind. Ben Rigby, another driver who's gone off at turn 1. New South Wales, they're just falling apart.
Shut up, Jack.
I'm loving this race now. I wasn't enjoying it with a New South Wales driver right up the front at the start, but I'm happy with it now. I'm okay.
And me and Richard are going to have some words, I think.
Rob Leake straight ahead at the chicane, back in 21st position. He's just been passed by Jason Spriggs for position. They lost a spot for his team there, late running a little bit wide through the chicane. He's looking to get that move done to get that position back. Oh, look at him. Big dive by
Oh,
Lead.
there's a bunch of
And he gets
well
it done. He's
at
gonna...
turn 1. What are they doing?
Oh, and Ryan Day is now trying to hold off the Queensland driver of Spriggs. There's a bit of team driving. Is that to your liking there, Daniel?
Oh, mate, you need to go back and look at this one a little bit. Those even directions bringing up Troy Cox, Andrew Wallace, Nathan Britt. What are you doing, boys? Turn 1. You're all on the same team. Keep it together. Far out.
Cox off into the grass also. Yeah. Andrew Wallace and Nathan Britton. Nathan Britton managed to keep it on the track between them, but into turn 2 they've almost all come together.
I don't know. Dumbfounded.
17 minutes to go, Daniel. there any way that you can come back to the lead at the moment is out to 4.3 seconds.
Oh, come on, we might get a saviour here. Come on, drop out. Tell me how bad Queensland internet connection is. You're gone. You're gone.
Is this just a sign of what tomorrow night will be like, Daniel?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how well it goes tonight. We're going, hopefully, going with a good lead.
Hewitt's run off the track there and actually let the Queensland drivers through in Demidov, but I'm sure Hewitt's had some pretty good pace, so we'll see him pushing for that position pretty
Same
quickly.
old story, New South Wales. No defense! My goodness.
Troy Cox is in the fence, he's stuck in the fence. Troy Cox has not had a very fun night. Gary Jackson also in the pits for Queensland, so driver out for both teams at the moment. Blake Coppo halfway through this race is just taking command of it, pulling away very quickly.
Got to say, well, okay, it's a Queenslander, but fresh blood out there. Lindsay Barry doing an awesome job in third. Hell though, mate.
Rob Hartley, 4th position also for Queensland. Matthew Dedico, 5th for New South Wales, as is Simon Black for New South Wales. Lewis Donovan, 7th, Dale Nish in 8th, both for Queensland. Wayne Hewitt right behind those guys in 9th.
Come on,
and
Wayne.
Nathan Britton in 10th.
Get these two boys. Now, I know Lewis's strategy, he'll crack under pressure because he's weak. So, crack, Lewis,
well,
crack.
what I will say,
with you.
he won't crack because he's got the mental toughness of a Victoria, because that's where he's from.
There's no mental toughness down there. All you do is sit on the street.
Now, if you are watching this race, we will have a Man of the Match award after this race, and I do believe, just have to double check what the prize is for that driver.
I can tell you right now, none of these New South Wales boys are going to get man of the match. This is a bloody outrage.
Oh, Simon Black, Lewis Donovan side by side coming into the open section, and Black's lost a position.
He's going to lose 2 here. Simon, what are you doing, mate?
Black's made a mistake through the chicane and didn't get the
Great
power on.
defense.
Oh!
Look, he's got to go there. There's enough room, mate. Don't let him through. Oh, Lewis is going to go into it. That's it. Good to see. Told ya, Lewis,
Oh,
mate. Going to crack under
around
pressure.
the
I
outside
told
of
ya.
Donovan. Wow, good move. Oh,
Oh, what? Takes a big dive bomb.
Niche gets the move done on Black. It's not over. He runs wide and Black's got a chance.
Come on, Simon. Get him. Get him. Don't stand for that dive bomb and stuff. Take him out.
Black actually looks like he's struggling a bit in the mid corner.
We have to talk to these boys about their defense. It's going to be a half-time team talk, I think.
I'm sure there will be a huddle between these guys. Now, after the race, we will need to vote for a man of the match. They will receive some Iracing credit for their efforts, thanks to Demidov.
Alright, now Jono's a team captain
Oh,
here, and Blake
Simon
Coppo's
Black's run
coming
off
up
the track
on
at the
him.
chicane. And he's had to give up a position, another position. He'll give up 2.
Now, I know this isn't for position, guys, but I'm watching the team captain here, John O'Barry, with Blake Cobbo coming up on him. Now, if he's a good team captain, he's going to take one for the team to take Blake Cobbo straight out of this race.
I wonder if our race director's actually watching what happens here, whether he'll play nice or not.
Shouldn't give this up too easily. He's got a team to worry about. This is about getting Richard back up there. Come on, go on. Oh, he's taking it. Oh, Jono, what are you doing, mate? You are a disgrace. You better pay your car pink for the next one.
Don't forget, this is only the first half of this race. This race will be split into 2 halves, just like a normal game. So, half time after this, then we will have an oval race with the same starting order as the results of this race. Already calls a petition out to actually fire Barry.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to. It's going to be a stern talk, I think, for half time. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to try and rally these New South Wales troops, see what's going on through their heads. Because obviously, John Barry doesn't know how to rev up his troops and get them ready for a prime time event.
And Donomede and Hewitt, they're nice and close now. Hewitt's closed up on Donomede. This is for 7th and 8th.
And Black is dropping further and further back.
Really struggling under brakes. Ben Rigby in the lane again, that's unlucky for him. Rob Leake side by side with Troy Cox at the moment. Andrew Wallace trying to look at the draft that Chris Tarrant's using. Early on the brake side from Tarrant.
Hewitt and Donomede at the moment. Nice little battle between these two.
Yeah, Hewitt's managed to get the move done on Donomede, so Hewitt's moved up to 7th for New South Wales, so there's an extra position.
Yeah.
At least a few New South Wales boys have got some heart.
I've got to say, Matthew Nethercott, love this guy to death. Consistent position, doing really, really well for this race. Great job, Matt. Don't stuff it up.
Spoken like a true motivational speaker.
Fantastic job there by Lindsay Barry. Maybe we can get the director to put the camera on this for a while so we can make it spin.
Still 25 drivers out on track.
Still a good field out there, and still some really close racing throughout the pack. They seem to be bunched really well. Unfortunately, looking further and further back the grid, all I see is blue. Down.
Car 18 is Chris Tarrant. Fighting for position, considering he doesn't know which team he wants to play for.
Yeah.
He wants to get points for both teams, I think. And being back as far as he is, he's not going to get any for either. Side by side here with Luke Emmerton. Currently in P11, doing a really good job. Oh, Tarrant almost gives him a tap. Tarrant should get the move done up the inside into the chicane. Look at the 5-car train.
Yeah, Mark Noble, New South Welshman, has got Dale Neat about to come over to position. And again! Take him out, boys! We need the points!
Back to Tarrant. Tarrant's around. He's in the fence. Tarrant's into the fence.
Seeing Chris Tarrant's performance for this match, you can keep
touch
him on
between him
Queensland.
and Emmerton. They both wanted the same piece of road. And around goes Tarrant. Here we said Tarrant mixing it up with the guys for position that he's laps down. I don't know if he'd be mixing it around too much more.
Yeah, we heard that, Sebastian. Blake Coppo has a 5-second lead. Yep, good on him. Go for your life, mate. Whoa, yeah. Actually, pointing the camera straight at him, nice and close. Let's give him a really good rev up. Blake Coppo doing an awesome job here, mate. Taking those corners really nicely. Yep, really nice and close to the grass. Yeah, let's go on board with Blake Coppo.
Let's ride for a lap with Blake Coppo on board.
Yeah, let's see how he's going. These corners really nicely here. Fantastic job down the straight, really putting the power down on the brake. Look at that, beautiful.
I love the sarcasm, mate. I just love it.
He's coming up to a teammate here.
They'll move out of the way.
And those pink cars look fantastic. Oh, look at that, Lee. I think that's a 6-second gap now to Richard Hansen. Fantastic job, Richard, by the way.
Yes, Daniel is trying to put the commentator's curse on Blake, but he's
I've never been good at this commentator's curse.
No, you've been hopeless, but I'll tell you what, I might do it if Hampstead starts to close up. I might put it on.
Hey, well, he's put 6 seconds. He's got enough time to spin it around and get back going again.
I'm not going to put it on Blake.
Some ex-V8 champion used to be, Richard.
You notice the speed at almost 280 before hitting the brakes into turn 1. These things don't have the best brakes either. They do pull it up, but not as good as you'd expect with a high-performance GT1 car like this. So
no, this thing does rely on a lot of engine braking to try and pull it up, I found. So, but still, it's so much fun to drive. Obviously, in New South Wales, no one's been taught how to drive a damn Corvette, but, you know, we'll have work.
I'm surprised because they'd be stolen, all the ones from New South Wales, aren't they?
Not normally stolen by Mexicans and resold to Queenslanders, obviously.
I left myself over there, didn't I?
Yeah, that was kind of too easy, Jack.
5.5 minutes to go.
Oh, look at this. Look at the chicane right there. All these blue just piling up on each other. What are you doing, boys?
Michael Gray, Troy Cox,
I
Marty
think he's in
Atkins.
TeamSpeak right now. He's going to have some words about that one. I think some of these New South Wales boys should have been tested for colour blindness before they got put in.
5 minutes to go in this race. Something's happened to Britton. Nathan Britton's off the track. Not sure what's happening. We think he might actually be stuck in the fence.
Oh.
Another New South Wales driver gone.
He lives in my old stomping ground, and you wait till I end up on his doorstep. He's gonna
hit the fence hard
get a
too.
surprise.
So that's Britton out of the race. He'll come back out with a repaired car, but another one gone. Another one that was in the top 10 that goes, and doing too good. So we go to Richard Hampstead. Richard Hampstead, 6.8 second gap now. It's lap 19. There'll be about 3 laps to go in this race. Of course, make sure you keep a bit of a memory on who's been your man of the match for the first half of this race. Second half will be a few minutes away after the completion of this race. So if you would like to help someone win a bit of money, make sure you let us know who your man of the match is, and we'll compile your votes with our thoughts, and we'll all collectively come up with the winner for man of the match.
Just for another blue car going off to turn 1.
Just look at the gains and losses. The
Marty Atkins.
Gains Luke Hemerton, 11 position gain, and also Shannon Wright, an 11 position gain. So those two guys, the biggest movers, the biggest losers. Chris Tarrant, Marlon McMullen, those guys not doing too good. I do believe they both drive for Powerbond too. Quietly, Daniel. G'day boys at Powerbond, organised all this so they can have a bit of a spray. No doubt I'll pay for that later.
Yeah. Someone needs
Michael
to pay
Gray,
for
John
this.
O'Barry. This is for position. Is that Jason Spriggs and who's the Spriggs, Gray and Barry? They're in the same team, but they're going to fight for position into the chicane. Barry pulls out of it though. Oh, Barry's into the fence! God, Barry's put the power down too early. He's into the fence.
Whoa, buddy. You wait till the conversation we're about to have. starting to fire up now, mate.
Just put the power on a little bit too early, clipped the grass on the inside, and it's just shot him into the fence. Just got a vote for man of the matches for you, Daniel, for consistently getting up the New South Wales boys. So you're currently in the lead for man of the match points.
Well, someone, obviously, our team captain here can't even give these guys a bit of a revver. Oh, mate. We're going to have a talk about motivational speeches after this, I'm telling you.
Lindsay Barry looks like he's been stuck in a bit of traffic.
Yeah. Look, Hamilton's doing a good job holding him up here through the chicane. Keep that up. Don't give him room. Block! Cut him off!
They should get
I've
the
seen New
white
South
flag
Wales
this
people
time.
drive on the road before. All we do is cut each other off. Yeah, you're going to give a Queenslander bloody room. This is a joke.
Oh, he's late on the brakes. They've 1 lap to go in this race now. Blake Coppo with a 3.5 second lead. Hampstead's closing. He's gained a second on that last lap, but pretty sure
Oh, won't be
a minute to go in the
New
race is
South
not enough
Wales
time.
boys run him into a fence anyway. Jeez, guys.
Don't worry, there's going to be a
Oh,
fight.
never come. What are you doing? Last lap, mate. Keep it together. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me.
Might go back to the lead of Blake Coppo. A couple of corners left to go. To the chicane and the final corner to go. Great drive from him. He's done a very, very good drive, you'd have to admit, Daniel.
Yeah, fantastic job, Blake. You're a ace driver, you know. No, in all seriousness, Blake Coppo, fantastic job. Richard, you're an idiot, mate. We're going to have a chat later. Yeah, I'm going to teach you the difference between an accelerator and a brake, so you know what to do. I'm going to teach you how to do defensive driving. You're going to spend some time in Sydney, mate, because that, boys, you just need to learn how to cut other people off.
Blake Coppo picks up the win in the first half of race 1 of State of Origin. Richard Hampstead in second. Lindsay Barry will cross the line for third. Very, very good drive. Definitely have to be up there for man of the match.
Yeah, fantastic job by Lindsay Barry.
Heather crosses the line in 4th position.
My boy.
Rob Hartley will come across in 5th. Dale Nish also a really good drive, but he's under a bit of pressure in this final corner from Wayne Hewitt and Lewis Stoddemede. Hewitt the solo
keep that
of the
position.
New South Wales drivers.
Position. Don't give him room.
Here comes Lewis. Oh, look at the draft. Oh, the lead.
That's it. Get going.
Oh, just hold on. Danish in 6th, Hewitt 7th, Stoddemede in 8th. Simon Black will come across in 9th position. The last of the drivers to actually complete the race, I believe. Yep, look at it's on now between Queensland drivers doing donuts. New South Wales drivers have all rage quit.
Fantastic job, boys,
Nathan
really.
Britton's through the air.
Great job. Yep. Go Queensland.
How that happened. 2 cars had a massive head on and Britton's just flown through the air. Oh, that was pretty good. We'll run through the race results before we have a bit of a break. Blake Coppo wins part 1 from Richard Hampstead. Lindsay Barry in 3rd, Matthew Nethercote in 4th, Rob Hartley in 5th, Dale Nish in 6th, Wayne Hewitt in 7th, Will Stoddemede in 8th, Simon Black in 9th, Luke Emerton in 10th position, Craig Dorr in 11th, Michael Gray 12th, Jono Barry, Shannon Wright, Nathan Britton, Rob Leakes, Andrew Wallace, Marty Atkins, Jason Spriggs, Benjamin Rigby, Chris Tarrant, Ryan Day, Mark Noble, Gary Jackson, Troy Cox and Marlon McMullen. That was part 1 of Demidov's presentation of Iracing State of Origin. We'll be back in about or 3 minutes time for part 2, which will be the Oval here at Pocono. We'll be back shortly at Vance Online.